Today I am exploring the Needles District, the heart of Custer State Park. Here, the towering granite spires, windy roads, and some of the best hikes in the area offer visitors a chance to experience the magic of Black Hills. My mission is to explore and show you some of these beautiful hikes, tell you about the park's rich history, and showcase its truly breathtaking landscape.
We are on the first hike of today, and what a beautiful one it is. It's called the Cathedral Spires, located just half a mile east past the Needles Eye Tunnel. This 1.5 mile hike takes you right into the heart of the Needles District. These beautiful, sharp rock formations that just puncture right into the sky. There's a little bit of climbing involved, but the trail is marked with the blue signs on the trees, and you're just looking at these spires going into the sky. It is just so amazing here. This is probably one of my favorite hikes I've done over the course of last week. This is the end of the trail, but the views here are just jaw-dropping. It feels like you're inside of a canyon or maybe a volcano. You're surrounded on all sides by these needle-shaped like rock formation. And as you're hiking here, you're greeted by the smell of fresh pines and the birds singing here early in the morning. It adds to the ambience and the vibe of this place. I absolutely recommend you hike this place if there's just time for one hike here. I was just getting ready to leave and I spotted with the corner of my eye 2 mountain goats on top of that hill over there. I read that you can spot mountain goats, but I didn't see any yesterday on my wildlife loop drive. But here they are, hanging on the highest cliff around here. Did you know that this spot could have been Mount Rushmore? You see, when Dwayne Robinson was traveling with his family and the Model T truck broke down right here, he started looking around and envisioned this mountain to be carved into faces of Western legends such as Kit Carlson, Red Cloud. So he inquired into a sculptor by the name of Gutzon Borglum. He came to check out the rock, but he deemed this rock to be unstable. A little bit later, they found Mount Rushmore, which is now home to the 4 presidents of the United States that we know of today. I have yet again crossed the Needles Eye Tunnel. There's somebody going in there right now. For a small SUV, it's not that scary. It's when you come with a bigger van or RV, which I definitely wouldn't recommend. But in the summertime, this place can get super busy. That's why you have so many pull-out spots here. But always be sure to just creep up and make sure no one's coming from the other side. I finished driving along the Needles Highway and my next stop here is Sylvan Lake. Can you believe that in 1891 this place did not exist? That's because Teddy Roosevelt ordered a construction of a dam which is at the end of the lake. Soon after, people started coming here for vacation, resorts sprung up, and it became a very popular summer destination for people. There's people fishing, hiking, there's a loop all around the lake, and there's a hike at the end of the lake also that I want to take you on. You guys hear that? That's a woodpecker. This hike is turning out to be somewhat similar to the Cathedral Spires. There's some rock climbers over there, so I guess you can rock climb if you're into that. But the hike is really cool. The deeper you go, the more surrounded you are by these rock spires. When I was researching hikes and I read about this Sunday Gulch hike, a lot of people had negative things to say, such as it was muddy, it was slippery. Of course, they came in the winter, and that's something you have to take into precaution. Depending on what time of the year you come, you have to know what you're getting yourself into. I mean, I've been hiking and all I can say is positive things. The views are just beautiful here. This is one of my favorite hikes here. I will be turning around because I got to the point where the trail is going to start following the main road and it takes away from the ambience of just hiking out in nature. So what I recommend is from Sylvan Lake, hike about a mile into the Sunday Gulch until you come out to this overlook where you see the Serpentine Road down below, and then you can turn back around. I am now on the east side of Sylvan Lake and I am taking on one last hike to the highest point in South Dakota and east of the Rockies, called the Black Elk Peak. And the trail starts right here, 7 miles round trip with about 1,500 feet of elevation. It is so beautiful here. Look at all the granite walls. Kind of reminds me of Yosemite a little bit if you were in the backcountry. But the little clouds are coming in, starting to paint the sky. Hopefully we're gonna have an epic sunset today. This land that sprawls for hundreds of miles in every direction belonged to the Lakota Native Indians. It was called Pahasapa, which in their language meant hills that are black. The name has since become Black Hills. Absolutely stunning. And if you're visiting the area, in many of the towns, you can visit the museum to learn about the history of the native people that once lived here. This area has a lot of fallen trees. I take it it's either from the storm or from the avalanches that happen over the winter. I probably do not recommend hiking mountains in the wintertime unless you're really prepared in avalanche rescue and know your routes, because it is very dangerous. come during summer, come in May, and enjoy. Only a few more steps until we reach the tallest point east of the Rockies. 7,244 feet. Absolutely amazing. These views are the perfect reward after such a hike. Whenever I travel to a new place, I always come with an open mind. I don't want to set expectations. I just want to see where the adventure takes me. But boy, did Custer deliver. Yesterday on a wildlife loop, I saw so many bison that I never imagined I would see, and being stuck in that traffic jam. Or today, seeing the mountain goats just hanging out on top of the rock and the Cathedral Spires and driving on a Needles Highway right among them. But there's one more road that we're going to take tomorrow from Legion Lake that'll take us all the way to one of the most famous national monuments, Mount Rushmore, with the 4 presidents. I hope you guys join me next week, and in the meantime, check out my state park playlist.